thought I finished my pond. I haven't. I just created another unfinished project. Today I'm going to see if I can finish it properly. Let's do it! I am a beginner gardener. I don't know what I'm doing. I just watched loads of YouTube videos about gardening and ponds and stuff. I'm also creating different focal points whilst I'm learning about wildflower meadow, my lilac tree, the pear tree. There's so many different types of pebbles and rocks, and I think it just needs to blend in together a little bit more. One of the neighbours called my garden the Fairy Glen, so I'll take that. All right, problems. Problem number one, it smells like egg, which means that there's not enough oxygen in there. So I need to clear out all of the plant material that's fallen into it. Problem number two, it's murky. Because of the way I've slanted it, the mud keeps falling into it, as well as the blossoms and leaves that keep falling in. Problem number three, the liner is still showing. I'm gonna fix that and blend it with the rest of the garden. Most importantly, I have tadpoles. They're in my pond right now, so I need to make sure that this is full of oxygen and clean and ready for them to thrive in so that I can finally have some frogs. I also think that there's too many brambles. They're not great for frogs, they're a bit sharp.
First thing to get rid of was the mud border and the raised bed to the right with the dried out hydrangea sticks. But as always, it doesn't take long for me to get distracted.
A bee, or wasp, or a bee. It's literally made a burrow. Wow. Is that a thing that bees or wasps do? I'm gonna try and scoop up any of this mud that's stayed to the top of the surface. Oh no, a caterpillar! Oh no! Let me save you!
The little dude was fine. If you know what species this is, please let me know in the comments. I skimmed out the dirty floating water but didn't want to empty too much out. With a bit more space to play with, I could get under the liner. In order to dig below the water level, I had to cut through this weed membrane again, and on this journey I realised that making a shelf rather than a slope was the right idea.
I've dug low enough if the water slightly spills over. Definitely looks like it's... Ooh! I don't know why I'm so scared of wasps. I'm not actually scared of them. So, my layer of carpet rug. Yeah, it's working. That's low enough. I've seen so many different things online. I don't know what to do.
I still wasn't sure how to tuck the liner in, and although some clay might cushion the rocks against the liner, it would just make the water dirty again, so that was a no.
Oh no, the white is... I need to wash the rocks because it looks like it's gonna go in the water. Wash the rocks. Okay.
Is it just me, or does the to-do list always get longer while the workspace gets messier?
Try again. Hello, little tadpole. I'm trying to make it good for you, babes. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have frogs. Okay.
So with my little boulders down and a few rocks, it was actually finally starting to look like how I imagined originally in my head.
I think I was meant to do that the first time. So I'm gonna try and do that on the other side.
The other side also had a weed sheet that I had to cut through in order to dig down, and the plastic pipes were also shelter and hiding spaces I had put in for the little froggies. I managed to get the level right, but the rain was getting a little bit too much.
It's day 2. Let's give it a go again. It's actually such a nice day, but it says it's gonna rain after 6, so let's get a move on. That's a bee. Oh, 2 bees. Wait, they are burrowing. Why? Burrowing bees?
You can't see it too well, but they were literally rolling around in tiny holes in the mud. I've never seen bees do that before. I built my shelf ledge on one side, but when I came round to the other end, I saw the bees again.
I don't want to disturb this now. Pretty sure that they're bees. I don't want to mess with it now, so it's gonna stay slanted.
Bees called it no more digging for today.
As I have a lot of brambles, I'm gonna try and uproot them as much as I can and use the foliage to make a fertilizer, a weed tea.
If you guys ever decide to make a weed tea with the weeds in your garden, just make sure you use a lid because it stinks.
Thanks.
Brambles really are a thorn in my side. This took a really long time, so I was grateful for all of the distractions.
Hello, how are you? Oh, okay. So I was seeing some of them burrowing into the ground. Or I think it was a bee, yeah? No, neither did I. It's nice to get out in the garden though, isn't it, when it's sunny?
It doesn't look like much, but this bramble pullout actually took me about 2 hours. Alright, time to wash more rocks and make it look pretty.
Do you recognize it?
Alright, I'm still winging it here. I'm just throwing down some rocks, making it look natural, pretty. I still didn't know how to exactly cover up the liner or tuck it in. I still have no idea what that really means. I decided plants will be the thing that I'm going to use to actually hide the liner. And that's where I got to. I started out with this yarrow. I grew a lot of it last year. It's got fern-like leaves and it does really well in the shade in my garden. What is it? No idea, but I decided to just plant it, see whether it grows into a magical tree. I had a lot of this lovely foliage ground cover growing in the back garden, so I brought that forward. And this is what it looks like with my little wooden piles. It's really coming together now. Hi! This looked like thyme, but it's not. I'm not actually sure what it is, but it's great for ground cover.
What I actually saved from the garden. Forget-me-nots, daisies, and ferns that would have been seen as weeds because they just popped up randomly, but I love them. These are like £8 in the shop.
Mate, I really do love myself a good bargain, especially free plants and propagation and free food, so I'm all about that. I realised this side of the liner is actually way too high, but the only thing big enough to cover it up was a tuft of grass.
I have this Okuba japonica shrub. I kept some cuttings, put them in water. They haven't done too well, but there is one or two that have sprouted roots. So I'm gonna plant them all, see what happens.
The cuttings are from a very leggy Okuba on the other side of the garden, which is the only surviving plant I rescued from my family home before it was sold, so I really want to keep it going.
It's day 3 in a row. Getting better at this. I'm loving how it looks. It actually looks a lot more natural, apart from little things poking out, but I'm not going to be super perfect about it. You can still see some of the liner, but I think it will be okay once it actually grows over. Now it's not just mud. I still have a few more plants to plant, including these bluebells that I kind of forgotten about. I'll probably dot them around the garden with the daisies to make that the thing that blends the whole garden together. It rained quite a bit last night, and I also topped it up with a bit of water from the hose, so I think it's looking quite nice, and I can still see the tadpoles swimming around, so I'm actually really happy.
A few of the plants in this garden, like this willow herb, have been donated by my neighbours, which is lovely. In hindsight, these bluebells are looking a little bit worse for wear. I'm just hoping that they're going to pop up in big numbers next year. And the last thing that I have to do is to add some oxygenators into my pond, and I've got the pondweed, which I just need to reattach the weight to and let them float down. And that is it. The pond is ready.
It's done. I'm so happy with how far it's come along. And I think the little tadpoles and frogs are going to be happy in this habitat, especially when it's grown up and give them more shade and cover. Ooh, there's one there. Can you see it? I know that it's never going to be a finished project because I need the plants to grow out. We'll see what survive. Maybe I'll need to plant more. Got to keep on top of my collection of weeds. So yeah, well done for making it to the end of this video. Another finished project. But this channel wasn't supposed to be just about gardening. I have a lot of DIY projects waiting in the house to do, so what should I do next? I was thinking about building a fairy village underneath the pear tree. The tadpoles are happy.
A fairy village would be really cool, but I already have a spaceship escape pod and a family heirloom emo pantry that I need to complete, so let me know in the comments what I should do next. Thanks for watching.
Oh, it's Anthony here. Look.
2 there, 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they not grow yet.
No, I'll let you know when they grow up. Oh, thank you, honey.
I have one garden.
You do have a garden too.
Yeah.
Do you have a pond in your garden?
No.
I said I wanna be